Yo guys, I'm HV, this is Dr. Pink, and fasten your seatbelts because today we're gonna talk about rock guitar crazy Dorian mega chops. So what's that? Before we get started, make sure to subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, and also join the HPCrazy Guitar Academy. I'm gonna show you. We're gonna play some really crazy stuff in the Dorian mode. So let's see what we can do with mega chops. Once again, here. Or something like this. Or something like this. Once again. They always pass so fast because they are so fast. I forgot two more. We're going to show two more. And we're going to go step by step. It seems crazy. It is crazy. And honestly, to play that stuff so easy, relax, I also need my warm-up. Have everything right. So sound settings, what really helps here is when you have a really a high gain distortion. In this case I was using a Soldano amp, some compression and some delay, but you should also be able to play these licks without delay, and I'm going to show them first. First with a milder distortion, because you also should be able to play them with a milder distortion. Next thing, you need to know what the Dorian mode is, and then we're going to check on the close U. We're also going to check out all the picking secrets to get this stuff done. It's not so hard as it seems. Well, it is, but it takes some practice. But in fact, if you know the tricks, it somehow gets way easier. And that was stuff I'm going to show you. The basis of everything is, of course, as I already said, the Dorian mode. And you should have your things a little bit together. At least you should be able to play 3-note per string patterns. And I really strongly recommend that you can play this one here, which is one of the two basic patterns which I always use. Is the 3-note per string pattern with the root on the A string. That will be Dorian, will be this here. And pay close attention to the fingering, okay? That will be the first thing you need to be able to do, because this is the basis of everything. Also be able to play Dorian in the root position here of the D minor pentatonics. We are in D minor. Or in 3-note per string if you wish. If you know these two patterns, just to know that you know, you cover up the entire fretboard, because when you check, that's why I use these two main patterns. I always use these two main patterns as a basis for orientation and technical stuff, you know. When you cover up this pattern down here, covers from here till here, which is from D to D, 2 octaves, and this pattern here covers from here till here. And here is the starting point again from the other pattern. So you cover up the entire fretboard just with two patterns, which is a great thing to know. Good. So when you practice this stuff, you can practice in 16 notes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Also practice them palm muted. And also practice them in sextols. What are sextols? And that's why the 3-note per string patterns are really great. Sextols are 6 notes per beat. So when you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that's sextols. When you start with sextols, start slow to get a feeling of sextols. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. You see, it doesn't completely resolve. So you can make, well, you resolve when you go back down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nearly, okay? But in order to resolve, you can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This way it resolves perfectly. So. And now it's not finished, you need a finishing note. You can either repeat this one here, or you go here in the 13th fret, which is the triad. So. Okay, so this will be a nice sextol run upwards, and with 3-note per string, it's way easier. You can also do it here if you want. Same thing, it has to resolve perfectly, but the other one is easier. Now, here comes the problem. When you have a track, that was really slow. When you have a track, this 105 BPM, sextols are really fast. So you need to get a feeling for sextols, okay? So there's, and you cannot count them anymore because it's too fast, so you need to have a feeling for it. And then, and with 3-note per string, it's too fast to attack each note, and with the 3-note per string, you can just attack when you change the string. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now with the repeating. Okay, so then you just adapt the tempo for the pretty cool. Then when you add a real sound, this was just a practice sound with a lot of delay, then this thing comes like whoa-ha, woo-ee-ha. Now let's do this. It's really cool when it comes sharp as a razor blade. When you do these sextols in the opposite way, I prefer this position, but yeah, of course you can do the same here. Here we have a problem here. As I said, we're showing the easy ones today. There are also harder ones, but these are the easier ones. Even it doesn't seem so much. So if you want to do the opposite down, this one is really uncomfortable for the fingering. So I prefer to start it here because here the fingering is easier. So I do the same thing down with 3-note per string. And here the finger is quite easy, so we have here. And from here on we continue. And from here on, then it resolves perfectly here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can repeat these things as many times as you wish because the sextol you can read, but I made a short version. Now let's do it. And in this case, you can attack all strings with tremolo picking, and in this case, to get the speed correctly, the position of your pick might be a problem to get the speed. And what I do is I switch a little bit like this. As you can see, it's a bit hard to keep the position now with the camera position, that I still stay relaxed. Yeah, that's what I thought. So you, with a slide position like this, let me get back in a comfortable position, and then we put on a cool sound, and then we do the whole thing now like. Oh, I forgot. What helps when you do kind of tremolo picking stuff, when you go to the neck pickup, because for some reason that goes easier, but it also works with the bridge pickup. But when I do stuff like that, I mostly switch to the neck pickup because that makes things way easier. Now let's see I'm gonna zoom a little bit out that you also see the picking arm, because that's really crucial on this thing here. And that's the movement here is not so hard once you have the things together, but the movement of the picking arm is really crucial. Always the position like this. By the way, if you want to do tremolo picking, it's the same position. You can do it up to 3 note per string scale. Also works. But that will be then 32 notes. Oopsie. Yeah, it's too much talking. You can also do that if you want. The main problem is switching the strings, and you really have to be relaxed in the picking arm and keep the position. What also helps sometimes, I saw it with Steve Morse, he has the fingers out to keep the position correct. That really helps, and you can hear the delay effect is really cool. It gives like a wall of sound, but first you need to have the technique down without all the stuff, you know. But the delay really helps to get you feeling more comfortable. Here the main problem is to keep the picking position, that when you change the string, that you don't have a gap. That's one of the main problems, and that's stuff which I personally need to warm up when I talk now. The warm up somehow is a little bit useless again. But to avoid this problem, you can also make, you know, one string is absolutely no problem. You get into position, then you just move around. Good. Now let's go to the next one. This one is really cool. But that's probably the toughest of all here, and then we're more or less finished for today. This one here. That one here. Oh no, we have one more. Let's do this one first, the easier one first. You can do diatonic arpeggios in Dorian. Let me now switch a little bit nearer now again. You can do diatonic arpeggios, meaning we are in D minor, you play D minor arpeggio, D minor 7. Okay. Then the next will be E minor 7 arpeggio. The next will be a F major 7 arpeggio. The next will be a G7 arpeggio. And then we moved from position, as at the beginning we had two basic positions, we moved from the one to the other over these diatonic arpeggios. Now we're in the new position. Now we continue here. And then we just end up the phrase. That can be really cool. It's really cool. Now let's switch on to the cool sound. Put it in the backing track. See how this works. Once again. Has really cool effect, and really do it palm muted. That stuff has to be palm muted, and we have 16 notes, so really they have the access. And you have this whole wall of sound because you're playing diatonic stuff. It doesn't really matter, it just creates a huge wall of sound. It's really cool, I must say, I love it. Now let's go to the last one, the toughest one. I already showed you, same principle, now we're doing triads. Diatonic triads, we start with the F major arpeggio. Go to G major arpeggio. Go to A minor arpeggio. Go to B diminished arpeggio. Okay, so, and now this figure, when you do it as a repeating, is a sextile figure again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, since we are gonna, when I play it like this, it's really easy to play. But when you want to play it in sextiles, you have to do economic picking, and it works this way. So you do down, 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 up, pull off, up. See? Let me again go a little bit away that you see the movement of the hand as well. So that will be the movement, and then you just move up. Oopsie. That will be finished like this, okay? And then when you come out of this, then you just go down the scale and resolves perfectly on the root note in sextiles. Let's do this. That's the coolest one, but the toughest one, I must say. And as you already saw, you could repeat each of the arpeggios as many times as you want. You know, you can make it more dramatic, and if you work with the wah-wah, which I'm going to do now, you can create more intensity. While going up, you push in the wah-wah. Once again. And so on. And you can also improvise out of this position. Just keep your sextile straight. Now let's put things a little bit together of all I showed. Of course, this is like the highest gear on your Formula 1 car. Now you also need to go down with the gears, because otherwise your motor will burn. So let's do just some regular soloing, and then just push into with these licks, with these mega chops, and see how this works. So you start on simple, you do pentatonic licks. Start simple, keep space. Now you give more speed. Now it's starting to speed up. More speed. Now we move to the next position. Okay, a short break. As I said, don't heat up the engine, pull back, and then when you're ready to go hypersonic, then go hypersonic, okay? So let's go hypersonic. Okay, let's go. And so on. Now the concept was a bit too chaotic, I must admit, but you know, it's really hard to show this stuff and also teach at the same way. We are all humans, and but I think you got the point. You just learn a few of these mega chops and mix it up with the regular playing you have, and you know, you just need an additional gear to, to go full hypersonic. And the main problem is not to get speed. That's not really the problem. That's why I said I messed it a little bit up. The point is to move from gear 1 to gear 7, and to make it smooth, and not like that suddenly you switch and then you push, That can be an effect, but also can be too much. Okay. You guys, that was a rock guitar crazy Dorian mega chops. I hope you liked it. I created some tabs of the licks I showed you, plus this cool backing track if you want to practice with this one, but you can practice with any track, of course. But this track here really supports your vibe to push it to hypersonic. So this is probably more useful, but it's up to you. You can download this stuff in the HPCrazy Guitar Academy. Please join there and become a member of the Academy. And also please subscribe to the channel. Please share the word that me and Dr. Pink are existing. And that's all for today. See you guys.